Member statements. I call the member for Schlaber.
Can I first thank the member for Clarence for allowing me to jump ahead. This House will be very aware, Mr Acting Speaker, that the Illawarra is facing a jobs crisis. There is tremendous uncertainty and crisis of confidence, the like of which I have never seen for many years. It is therefore disturbing to say that at the least when a major company tries to pile on the uncertainty. I speak of Wollongong Coal, which has just sacked 44 coal miners at its Russell Vale colliery, located in the electorate of my parliamentary colleague, the member for Keira. Wollongong Coal also owns a coal mine in my electorate, located at Wongawilli. Like Russell Vale, it was placed into care and maintenance last year. 102 coal miners were punted at the time. Wollongong Coal has been one of the most chaotically run companies in the Illawarra. The workers have copped the consequences of management chaos for years. In 2013, the company, then known as Gujarat NRE, couldn't pay its workers because of this corporate mismanagement. The then 500-strong workforce could have shut down the mine operations, but instead they united, went without pay for weeks on end and saved the business. Yesterday, workers were rewarded with a sack, as further mismanagement has caused the Russell Vale colliery to be placed into care and maintenance. Instead of standing by the very workers who stood by the company at this most difficult time, they have been given the flick. All workers have been treated very poorly. Wollongong Coal is using the fig leaf of its own corporate chaos and incompetence to sack its permanent workforce. It hopes to install a new casual-based workforce in its place. The company has refused to commit to re-employing retrenched workers as a first priority once and if the mines are restarted. This is not the way to do business in the Illawarra. Wollongong Coal should not expect to get away with hiding behind a fig leaf of planning approvals to dud its existing workforce. The workers stood by Wollongong Coal when it was in strife, and I request that the company should repay that loyalty now. I strongly support the coal industry in the Illawarra region. Our coal is primarily used to keep the steel industry going. But I won't stand by and watch in silence as Wollongong Coal tries to dud its workers and exploit a situation where it wants to introduce a new right industrial relations agenda. Wollongong Coal needs to appreciate that increasingly it must satisfy a social licence to continue operating in the Illawarra region, as well as other obligations it has to regulators and its shareholders. Part of that social licence relates to, like it or not, the treatment of workers. As a Labor MP, I came into this parliament to protect and fight for workers, fight for their families and fight for our communities. In the past, when Wollongong Coal has faced difficulties, like my other Labor colleagues, my door was always open. I made appropriate representations on behalf to the government and the bureaucracy. I indicate to Wollongong Coal that it must abandon publicly its plan to introduce a casual workforce. It must publicly submit to re-employ its retrenched workers as a first priority at both its Russell Vale and Wongawilli coal mines. It must undertake its obligations as stated in its CBA with the miners' representatives, the CFMEU Mining Division. Unless I see these commitments made by this chaotic management of Wollongong Coal, I will withdraw my support for its continued operation, especially in relation to its Wongawilli mine in my electorate. I will not deal with the company in any way, in any shape or in any form. I will not lift a finger, as I have already done in the past, to assist it with the government or the bureaucracy. I've had enough of the workers being treated like rubbish by some of Illawarra's big employers. I know times are tough, Mr Acting Speaker, but the treatment of workers by companies like Wollongong Coal is simply unacceptable to me. I say to Wollongong Coal's management workers who stood by your company and its shareholders as you face financial trouble, it's time you did the same, both in spirit and in letter.